Now for a look at what's got one Chinese blogger writing today. Well, in China's traditionally conservative familial environment, the issue of homosexuality can often be a difficult one to broach. This is an issue often exacerbated by the country's family planning policy, which effectively means that most children born after the late 1970s will not have any siblings, and will thus be their parents' only hope of carrying on the family name by producing a grandchild. The taboo has historically extended to Chinese films with overtly homosexual themes, with pictures such as Stanley Kwan's Lan Yu and Wong Kar-wai's Happy Together both being banned from cinemas in the Chinese mainland. However, in recent years there have been signs that China may be relaxing its stance on films with homosexual elements, with pictures such as The Breakup Guru and Finding Mr. Right, which both contain homosexual elements, both having been successful at the Chinese box office. Our blogger today is Chang, who is president of the Chinese LGBT support group P-Flag China. He believes that the screening and subsequent success of films like these with overtly homosexual themes reflects the changing attitude towards homosexuality from both Chinese authorities and the general public. Here's what he has to say. The screening of movies in China with homosexual themes is a big indicator that attitudes towards homosexuality have softened in recent years. As recently as 10 years ago, there is no way that China's media watchdog would have allowed these films to be screened. And as recently as 2001, homosexuality was on the official list of mental diseases by the Chinese Psychiatric Association. The fact that these films have now been screened suggests that homosexuals are now accepted as ordinary members of society, and is a great step forward for the LGBT community. However, encouraging though this is, China still has a long way to go to be fully accepting of homosexuals. We live in a country where children are placed under enormous familial pressure to get married and provide a grandchild to carry on the family name. This has become such an accepted norm that many gay people choose to hide their urges and get married in order to appease their friends and family. Some of the older generation, who don't fully understand homosexuality, remain convinced that it is a disease that can be cured, and it is this belief that has spawned several gay conversion clinics, where subjects are supposedly conditioned to feel repulsed at the thought of relations with a member of the same sex. Hopefully, the spread of popular movies like Lan Yu and Happy Together will help people to have a greater understanding and be more accepting of LGBT issues. Well, we have some reaction to that blog, and our first commenter is fully behind the spread of LGBT movies, saying, "Many films with homosexual themes are wonderful. I have watched Lan Yu, Happy Together and Brokeback Mountain, and they are great. The LGBT community are just like us, and we should understand and accept them rather than discriminate against them." Our second commenter feels the movement is insignificant, however, saying, "This is not a big deal. After all, few people will go to cinemas and watch this kind of movie." And finally, our third commenter thinks the loosening of restrictions may have something to do with prominent homosexuals, saying, "I think the shift in attitudes has been brought about because of the efforts made by some homosexual leaders who work within the supervising authority." Next up, we ask people on the streets of Beijing what should be done to solve the problem of smog in China's urban areas.